Okay, it's tea time. So welcome to the channel, Hot Tea for the Soul. I'm going to do a bit of a elemental tuning. We're around the solstice, so the shortest day of the year in the northern hemisphere and the longest day of the year in the northern hemisphere. I think I just got that right. I hope southern northern. Alright, so we just had a new moon also. So let's see. This is a general reading, so we'll be tuning into what is going on in the spirit, in the communications levels, on an emotional level, and what's in the physical plane, right? So let's see what we've got going on in this solstice. Oh, justice and strength. So justice and balance. So this is the spiritual side, the fire element. Alright, so we're tuning into fire just here. So this is a fire card, opposed with the Libran. So I've got Leo and Libra just here. If this was people that you are acquainted with, this is about finding balance and justice and finding strength. Right, and this is about a legacy that we leave. What legacy do we leave in the world? And taking action, being inspired, taking action. So there's a lot of fire, a lot of strength, but it's about stability and finding balance and getting justice. That's the spiritual side of what's going on just there, right? So what have we got on a communication, on a world level, on a mental level, on the air? So this is tuning into the air. What else have we got? So you might be finding that your focus is around home. What we've got going on there. Alright, the mental level. Oh, our communications. Alright, so we've got pulled back lovers in here. Alright, so we've got the Hermit, which is all pulled back, which is Virgo. And we've got Gemini energies here with the lovers and how they're meeting together with the angel there of temperance and healing. And this is, so it might be that there's pullback communications between lovers. Like, is a possibility here. What else have we got? Oh, but we are talking about marriage and long term, like long term ideals. There's Taurus, Earth energy sitting here, long term ideals with the Hierophant. Alright, so marriages and that sort of stuff. So they might be pulled back. So there might be conversations that have been pulled back, but it's talking about long-term things. Like, and we've got like a King of Earth sitting in here. So that's a mental space. We're going to come back and clarify some of this. Like, just getting in the swing because I haven't done a reading for a while. Not like this, because I've got to talk to myself while I'm talking to you. Alright, so I covered the spiritual. So spiritual has got strength and it's driven by balance and perspective. Then we've got the mental, which is talking about maybe but we've pulled back on love, but there's a commitment and some longevity, and life is meant to be enjoyed. Oh, and this is why we do this. So in the emotional level, we've got justice has come out again. Alright, so if this is not tuning into you, I'm going to do actually a partnership reading, and I'm going to do a self-love reading. This is elemental tuning. So we have our water, our emotions. Alright, so we've got judgment again. Alright, so sometimes judgment is about acceptance of yourself, right? So this is justice and judgment. Alright, so judgment of yourself and where you're achieving, if you're actually hitting your goals and those sort of things. But there's spirited conversation around that, right? And actually taking a physical step into the real world with the Ace of Pentacles. Like, so there's a physical path that's being talked about. Like, and it's maybe doing something that you were connected to, that you let go, that you really have wanted to do, divine stuff in here, and the sun is shining on it. Alright, so something coming to fruition in here, like emotionally connecting, so in a new path. Alright, and the star and the moon. Okay, stars and moons. Stars and moons align in here. Alright, so we're looking for something deeper. The emotional connections in here are looking for fulfillment, like an actual wish fulfillment inside of here. And it's been gestating for a while with the moon, so it might have been sitting on the back burner and then it comes to the forefront, but it's following that guiding star, keeping your eye on it. You might have your own intuition, your emotional intuition involved in this. But again, we're searching, and something's going to come to fulfillment and fruition. Right, so there's conversations going on with this knight in here, so talking new prosperity, new paths, new endeavors going on with the emotional keys, right? So what have we got on the physical plane, the earth? Alright, what have we got for the earth plane? So that king again has come out with a page of wands, so an inspired king. again, life is meant to be enjoyed practically. So, and it's being inspired and turning over rocks. All right, trusting your instinct in here. Again, the Hermit has doubled up and Judgment has doubled up. Right, says Gemini and Virgo energy inside of here, and the Seer, which is Pisces energy. There's a transition involved of the mind that has to come to fruition. We have the Hermit, so somebody has maybe pulled back in their actions, or there's inspired in here. This can be juvenile actions. Alright, so, and Judgment again of themselves and a transition, and there's a knowing about the outcomes of this, like, and this judgment in here. So there's a physical, this is the physical realm. Right. So there's been something of strength that just needs to go through, an injustice that needs to be balanced out, and it's taking power, and it's around the family realm. Alright, and long-term legacy and taking strength. Alright, and so there's a pullback energy in here when we come to the mind and communications, and so somebody not being able to communicate their love or their position inside of this, but there's long-term situations going on. So that's the mental and communications level. So again, we've got the Three of Wands here and Judgment. So things coming to fruition that have been a long-term burning sort of thing in the back burner that you now have to communicate. Is there some sort of judgment, assessment going on, an awakening, and a beginning again of a new physical path. Like, and it's got wish fulfillment, it's long-term. Like you've had to wait for something to come in. Inside of here, we're waiting for something to come in, and my hands are actually freezing. All right, so what else have we got over the top of this? Got some outcomes. What's the outcomes for this spiritual situation? All right, Judgment again. Judgment again, slow and steady, individual. Death of an old situation. So Judgment again. There may be some sort of court case that's going on around this. This has got definitely court case vibes, and somebody having to pull back in here. And this Hermit, this longevity here, juvenile experiences in here, and Judgment and transition, and there's a knowing inside that. Judgment is coming over here again. We've got this Tortoise, which is, this is about yourself, this card. Alright, this card is about, I've got Death. Let me show you these cards as they've come up. Alright, so this is the ending of an old and an individual, and there's going to be judgment. Like, there's going to be judgment perhaps to this rebellious active energy, like this strength in here. Like, this strength is good for you and it's fine, but this is very warlike energy on top of here. So there's going to be some sort of judgment to a situation that's going on there. And in general, so maybe you're pending, or you've still been waiting for some sort of communication, but there's pending things up here. Alright, but in the end of this, this is Virgo energy again. Like, you are the Empress. Right, there's Empress energy. You can take control of what you think. You are abundant in what you think. You can relax, like in your position. What's this soap energy? So this is, again, very juvenile sort of, but searching, turning over rocks, looking for faith. And the Lovers again. Alright, so maybe something that you've been waiting for is going to come through. That's what the energies are. So there has been a longevity in here. If there's a judgment, if there's a circumstance that needs to clear up, it looks like it's going to be full forward. Like there's going to be a new motion into a new beginnings for people. So, Star, wish fulfillment, having faith in what's coming. And there's going to be luck and adventure, regardless of how these may look like. There's judgment. It doesn't feel like the judgment actually goes against you. It sort of is for you, because this has actually got some action in it that is prosperous inside here. Even though somebody is withdrawn and something has been withdrawn for you, there is some sort of adventure and luck energy in this for you. So that is like an elemental tuning. I haven't done one for a long time. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for sticking around. If you have, hit a thumbs up and a subscribe, and great would be great. And I hope you enjoyed the tea wherever you are.